a small, fast-moving bird.
All right. Welcome back to the Blamegirl Podcast with
Mr. Terry Wayne.
And we are live. We got JoBob McGinney in the house.
JoBob McGinney, yo.
Professional snipe hunter right here.
They're just
Three-time world champ, baby.
they're just out here chatting. We are at Redbar in Miami. So if you're in Miami, you're watching, you want to come
Brickell.
down.
It's in Brickell.
Yeah, you gotta say
is
that.
that not Miami?
It's Miami's right there. Those buildings are Miami, but these buildings are Brickell.
What's the difference?
It's kind of like
Those are there, and
you know
those
what it
are
is?
over here.
It's if you go to LA, right?
Okay.
But then you go to Bel Air, they're like, no, this is Bel Air. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
Los Angeles.
Okay. All right.
It's a pretentious thing.
So
Very much so.
how was your weekend in Brickell or wherever you live, sir?
Oh, I live in Little Havana,
Okay.
and
Is that near Miami? I don't know.
about 5 minutes up Rodeo.
Okay.
Just straight east, west of us. That way's east, and there's the ocean.
Why do you think there's never a big thing? Like, there's always Little Havana, Little Haiti, Little Italy. What about Big Haiti?
Well, Big Haiti's the island.
It's
connected to
actual
the Dominican
Haiti.
Republic.
Well, I understand.
That's
Big
But, like,
Havana's 90 miles south.
is that just us, like, belittling other cultures?
No,
Where we
it's
have to be
there.
like,
I think it might be.
it's a little Haiti.
Well, you also, like, if you go to the suburbs and you look at the neighborhoods, they have Little Dove Cove, Secret Hidden Valley, name it little cute things. And when it started out,
So she thinks it's belittling. You're saying it's more about being cute.
I think it's more of it started out as a little spot that just grew bigger than the little spot.
So how
Maybe the
was
name-
your weekend, Joe Bob?
Weekend was pretty normal for me. I had a comedy show Friday night, and I did chores on Saturday, and then yesterday I just sat around twiddling thumbs and watching TV. Had an actual day off, no day job, nothing to do. Here we are back on the grind again.
Well, back on the
Day job,
ground.
we're into a comedy show.
And by the way, anybody watching, if you can't hear us, let us know because it's very loud.
Yeah, I was just tuning in to
Even if you can't hear, I'm gonna keep talking like this, so it don't really matter.
just message us in the chat. All right. Terry, how was your weekend? Be loud.
It wasn't great. I spent the weekend arguing with my girlfriend, and
What do you mean for?
she's behind you.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell?
JoBob.
Jeff Smith.
This ain't deliverance, all right?
Sorry
Relax.
to tell you, girl. This girlfriend now. You got her place. You're out.
But it's fine now. She's down here with us at Redbar. We're gonna do this little show live, and then do a comedy show after. And that's good enough.
Hell yeah.
All
That's
right.
good enough for a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all had great weekends.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. My weekend
Oh,
was
yeah.
great. My
Yeah.
weekend was great,
Right.
Terry.
I'm sorry. I was a little distracted.
Okay, Terry is distracted
Yeah,
by all
Thus the reason we call
the
it.
beautiful women on the street.
They're all brick shit houses out here in Brickell.
Half naked Cuban women walking around.
Are they? Do you think they got some surgery, or they're just that fine?
Oh yes, that too.
Like I kippish.
There's an LA Fitness right there, so I know there's girls that are in shape, but Miami celebrates plastic surgery. You get a good tit job, people just, oh my God, your tits are amazing. I thank you.
Okay.
It's a whole, like it's celebrated down here.
So, folks, we're down in the heart of Miami right
Yeah.
now. They say it's not Miami, it's Brickell, but yo, it's like I can't explain it. It's a different world from where we're at usually. So, but thanks, guys. My weekend was great. I had a show in Miami on Friday at Villain Theater, and
Villain Theater.
yeah. And then Saturday, I just hung out with my friend Mindy. Shout out Mindy. Her dog just got surgery. We hung out with her. We had a good time. And a chill Sunday. Chores like JoBob here. Not too eventful of a weekend. All right, guys. Are y'all ready to get to it?
Start blaming some people.
Yeah.
All right.
JoBob's very excited.
He sounds really excited.
He does.
You do too. This first story kind of excites me. A Republican congressman, he posted a cartoon depicting him killing members of Congress and Joe Biden, y'all. Who's to blame?
See, this is why people don't like liberals. Because how sensitive do you have to be like, he threatened me with violence? No, it's a stupid, nerdy anime little short. It's kind of like, you remember that old Trump clip of him at, what was it, WWE? And he was like tackling somebody,
Yes.
but then they like changed it to CNN's logo. And it's like, yeah, that's the same equivalent of somebody saying, well, now I want to take him to court for threats of violence. No, he's just kind of
Yeah, but then but then fast forward to January 6th. Like that was the beginning of the inciting, in my opinion. JoBob, what do you have to say here?
I feel like when you are in a position of power, whether it's political or celebrity, when you post up a depiction of yourself promoting violence against the government, you deserve what happened to Kathy Griffin. You're done. Sit down, shut up, never talk again. You're done.
That's fair.
You are not allowed to incite violence against the government.
Right.
You can have an opinion, but inciting violence, fuck you.
Yeah, but the
I like it. I like that energy.
the representative she's talking about is part of the government.
Oh, well, same.
Doing a
Fuck
podcast
you.
interview.
You don't incite
Right.
violence. You promote peace and goodwill for people. That's your job as a celebrity, especially in government, the betterment of people. And want to kill people, that's not better for nobody. That is stupid.
Yeah,
Flat out.
I'll agree with that.
His First Amendment says he can say what he wants to say, but he's big boy, and if there's repercussions from saying what you want to say, you got to deal with those too, brother.
And that's very much the point, because freedom of speech is important. It's the reason why it's our First Amendment, because it's the most important one. However, it's not. It doesn't say freedom of speech and consequences.
Nope.
No. If you want to march down the street with a tiki torch, you know what I mean, chanting "Jews will not replace us," okay, you're allowed to.
You can say that.
But don't get mad when your Jewish boss fires you on Monday.
Or
You
some
know
Jewish dude
Well-
walks out of the
Walks out,
bodybuilding center and
Blocks you.
MMA's the
But
crap out of you because he knows Prophet of God, you Dutch shit. You're going to say something.
This
Get
is-
ready for
this
something
is
coming back
country
at you.
intelligence.
Yeah.
I think.
I am so allergic
Somebody
to
with
something
the
out here.
sir.
Jesus. Let me just say this. He's at work and you're posting Twitter that's your coworker. You incited violence against your coworker. I think there should be some type of
So then we should have a human resources person come in and say, that's not acceptable. You're fired. Go the fuck home.
I don't think
I
that
think-
voice was acceptable.
I think that
Well,
someone
human resources, she's been doing it for 50 years. Sweet little woman, never smoked cigarettes.
I think
12 drinks.
Congress has an HR person. He definitely needs
The HR person is
a
the people.
warning or
The
something.
HR people in the government are us. We are the HR people. We determine what's acceptable and what's not from them.
Well, look, this was his warning.
That's the free market.
So y'all think it's just a cartoon? It's silly.
No, I don't think he should have done it. I think he's an idiot.
You think he's an
If he
idiot?
gets fired, he deserves to get fired.
think he
I think
deserves-
if he gets blamed for January 6th and he needs to start
Well,
squealing on everybody else.
Terry's
he
the one
won't
that
get January 6th.
You can only get voted out.
Terry's the one that thinks it's like, oh come on, it's just a silly
I
cartoon.
think that they use little things like this politically, and they blow them. Hey Terry, why don't you like doing live
But
podcasts?
see, that's the flip side of that argument.
But
The
I
guy
think
that's
they blow them
complaining-
out of proportion.
The
and
guy
go,
that's
"Oh."
complaining, listen, dude, you yourself are a person in the government. You are a celebrity. You are in the people's eye.
Right.
The people are allowed to have opinions.
Yeah, and not
With
to mention,
whining.
well, think about the other side of it. If AOC would have posted some video mocking him or mocking violence towards him, you can bet your ass he'd be on Fox News saying, "See, you can't trust these liberals. It's just about politics."
I don't-
100%.
But it ruins everybody else.
This is what I think and who I think is to blame. I think that like you just have to be so brazen now to get clout in Congress. Like especially on the right.
So you're gonna blame 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine.
Takashi 6ix9ine will start a bunch of shit on
No.
the internet so people pay attention to me and I get a famous rap song.
That's okay. Yes, it's That
Yeah.
going viral. They're trying to go viral so that
Yeah.
they can be a popular congressman and get really elected.
That's the whole reason I'm on TikTok. So that ain't the plan.
Look, politics is not about serving the people anymore. It's about owning the other side. It's owning the libs or it's owning the conservatives. It's just about pissing other people off. It's totally ruined. And I wrote it in my first book like 12 years ago.
I didn't even know you could read.
I know, neither did I. But I said America is so great. It's so much the greatest country on earth that nobody will ever defeat us except for us, and we're doing a good job of it.
We are doing a good job. And you know how I know that, guys? Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, we've been
You
closely
started on this boy.
following the trial, and, you know, today there were closing arguments in the trial, and Wisconsin is actually deploying the National Guard. Again, they're deploying 500 troops. The governor, Tony Evers, he did this last time too, guys.
Yeah,
Who's to blame?
Who's to blame?
Why is he doing
I'll
this?
tell you who's playing, at least for the National Guard, it's O.J. Simpson. Because if anybody was alive and watching that trial back then, the only reason that jury let that murderer go free is because of Rodney King and the riots that happened after those officers got acquitted. And they're like, oh, we ain't doing this shit again.
Well,
so
I'm glad you
justice
pointed
is
that
for
out.
sale. It's just for sale at the cost of peace.
I'm glad you pointed that out because this is the exact same thing he did when the Jacob Blake verdict came. 500 troops, and look what fucking happened. Kyle Rittenhouse shot 2 people. So, what's the point in this? What do you think, JoBob?
I think it's Pornhub.
Go on.
All right.
I would love to hear this.
Kyle Rittenhouse, 18-year-old kid. He takes an AR-15, which is the most hated gun in America, which is why this is on the front line. The most hated gun in America. That's what was involved. If it'd been a 9mm, like the person he shot, who you don't hear about, would have known about it. But he takes an AR-15, and his mama says, yeah, let's go, and gives him a ride. The mama took him. Why is she not parenting that child?
That's a good point.
Why is she not parenting that child? Now, in the Stoneman Douglas trial, that child grew up in foster care. His foster mama died 6 months before he pulled the trigger in the system. All the adults around him didn't take care of that child. They have time to go home with all that frustration and keep, because they can go onto their phone and look up porn and jerk off. When I was 18 and I had bullies and I'm from Oklahoma and I had guns, when I get home, I was so frustrated. I wanted to jerk off and I had to go through a mission to find something to jerk off to. It'd take me 30 minutes to find the Playboys that my daddy moved so I could finally jerk off. And then I had to make sure my mama wasn't coming home because she'd whip my ass for jerking off. So I had,
You were distracted.
by the time I got done, I wasn't worried about shooting nobody going.
You were too
I
distracted.
was-
Now you go home, you jerk off so quick, and you're
you
still
can
mad.
pull this out and
Yeah.
jerk off 15 times a day.
You think they'd be more relaxed?
But that's
I
the
feel
problem.
like
They
you
don't have
might
the
be
angst
onto
and the if they don't.
I
Pornhub is the
I
problem.
gotta
Well,
say
they-
this. Wait, I always thought like it was, like sexually frustrated guys. But if you're jacking
It
off
is.
all the time, you're not
It's
that.
still a sexual
Well,
frustration.
no. Look, hey, that's a.
If
look,
you're
jerking
doing it
off-
right, it shouldn't be.
Jerking
No,
off is a
it's
band-aid
not a-
on a broken arm.
It's not a matter. It's why it's a frustration. You're not actually achieving it. And if you pay attention to porn, there's no actual connection between people. It's dick and vagina. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not hugging. They're not embracing. There's no love. It's just a physical act.
Is that
there's
what is
no-
wrong with me? I just realized something.
But these kids that are pulling out guns and shooting people can get porn whenever they want. They don't have any other way to work off that frustration they carry. The only other thing they know is video games where you go shoot people in the fucking head. So they have no other alternative.
Well, I just think they feel.
Parents are not.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
you're
parents.
right about the mom.
The mom driving him across state line, she had plenty of time to go, honey, I think you're a dipshit.
Yeah,
and driven him to fucking Texas.
I just as an ex-hunter and still an avid shooter, I will go on record. I have gone on record before. The AR-15 is the most hated gun in America. That's absolutely true. And if you're a hunter and you say you got an AR-15 for hunting, then you suck at hunting. Okay?
Nah.
You are the sorriest hunter in the world.
I think
you get a bolt action 7mm Magnum. You go out there and handle your business.
Nah, you can get whatever you want.
I think
if you need 30 bullets.
I think that the governor
Well,
wants
that's what I mean.
to give this like illusion of security with deploying the troops.
The governor's doing it for the illusion of security.
Yeah.
He absolutely is. Yeah. The governor's doing it for the same reason Kyle Rittenhouse took a gun somewhere else, and that's not the crime that was committed. They're trying to figure out if he went out and said, "I'm gonna kill people," or acted in self-defense, which is his Second Amendment right to carry that gun. But that
Such a conundrum, right, guys?
It is and it's not. I stand behind his Second Amendment right to carry a weapon. He didn't go out, he wasn't on a rooftop picking people.
Let me throw this out here.
Should he have behaved that way? No. His mama should have slapped some sense into him and put him in a room and grounded him.
Go ahead, Terry.
No, because again, I think me and JoBob might butt heads here on a little bit on this. I believe you should have the right to actually buy and own a weapon, but I think it should be a lot harder because there's a lot of really angry, stupid people in the world. And I think this Kyle Rittenhouse kid, because I've known these guys, because there's two kinds of gun owners. There's ones that are just like, oh, I just like shooting sports, or I just like hunting, or I like this or that. And then there's other people going, well, I get a gun because I hope I never have to use it. And then secretly they're like, oh, just give me a reason to use it. You know what I mean? Like they're like they're romanticized by it.
Well, then there's also a third and a fourth kind. The third kind is the criminals that will get a gun no matter what, and the only reason they have it is to kill people. Right. And then there's the fourth kind, like me, that enjoys shooting, but just wants a reason.
So you're a mixture of
I don't actually ever want to do it.
This
it's just someone come on.
Well, look, there's a difference between liking your gun and loving your gun.
Let me just throw this out there. I think that people, and this is on the heels of the Astroworld tragedy, I think people are dangerous in masses, you know, and that night there was a bunch of people.
Well, that night there was a skateboard that hit him and a pistol pointed at him. So it wasn't like he was just in a safe Brickell neighborhood like we're sitting here and he's got his gun on his back and people are walking back. What the fuck? No, so far what they've proven is he used that gun in self-defense, which is why I support the Second Amendment.
Oh, wait a goddamn minute. You think he used it in self-defense? Let's talk.
No.
He went there.
I was like, wait a minute. Do we have to talk about this some more?
The people that got shot hit him with a skateboard and had a pistol pointed at him. That's self-defense. Him being there with that rifle is his mama's fault.
Yeah.
She fucking drove. She could have driven anywhere else. Anywhere else.
Well, just think about how crazy.
Also could have grounded him. He lives at home with his mama. Ground him.
Wait, ground him for what though? Like,
are you fucking anything? What do you want to shoot? No, give me that gun.
She's like, go protect your country, son.
She is a fucking moron.
Put that motherfucker in the military.
I would rather there be parenting tests more strict than gun laws.
Look, there's a whole group of men in this country, and most of them are white men that look just like me, that are absolutely obsessed with military and war and guns and tactical shit, and they love it. They form militias, they get camo on and then walk down the street in a suburban environment. What are you fucking doing? Like, are you trying to hide? Because you're doing the opposite.
Yeah, it's irritating.
Camo's for the woods, not for your neighborhood.
You know, a lot.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
I don't get those guys, but I support their right to do it.
Well, sure.
Like, I don't agree with anybody that disrespects the flag, but I agree with your right to do it. So,
did you serve in the military?
That's that old school mentality. I might not like what you're saying, but I'll die for your right.
Yep.
I'll die to defend your right.
I'll make sure you can act that way as soon as you hurt somebody else.
Right.
Well, now I got to look at why you hurt me. Kyle, his mom is to blame in all of it. She should have done an actual motherly fucking duty and not let her child go there.
Can you just
The
wrap
reason
your mind around that?
No, I can't. And I've been thinking about it
Your
since I
mom.
saw.
Imagine your mom. Imagine your mom.
That's
And you're
why
like,
I
"Mom,
said
can
ground
you-"
him and spank it, because that's what my mama would have done.
I couldn't
My
imagine
mama would
my
have
mom.
taken the gun and hung it up over the door and beat my ass every time I tried to walk under it to go outside. What is she doing?
Push him out into
My
danger.
mom would have thrown it in the garbage compactor. She would have said, "Oh,
No,
that's how you're gonna act
it's
with it.
still my
You don't
gun,
gotta
and
have
I
it."
can still have it, but I can't use it until I can prove I'm
Not
an
a
adult.
responsible gun owner.
Until I can prove I'm responsible, my mama would have not let me have the gun.
Well, see, that's the thing. My mom would have seen me walking out the door with a loaded AR-15, and she would have said, "You're not gonna be responsible with this. Sorry, take it away."
What's funny is my parents, they've gotten rid of all their guns in their house because they know they're too crazy, you know?
And she's a Texas girl, so
Yeah.
you imagine a house in Texas with no guns in it.
I've been in the car with my mom and she pulled a gun on someone because of a road rage incident. Like, it's too much.
That's why I don't carry. That's why I don't have a carry license, because I know I will at least brandish it at somebody at some point.
It's too
I'll
easy.
lose my
I
temper.
was at my house
wouldn't
the other
shoot 'em,
day
but I would
standing on
scare
my
the fuck out of
balcony and had a guy brandish his at me. And all I did was go, "You fucked up," and walked in the house and called the police.
That's
See,
good.
with me, it's in traffic.
That's
I would
that's
do it.
unexpected.
But I'm
That's
at my
unexpected.
house, and right behind my door, I have a loaded weapon.
What a reasonable guy.
Another
Okay.
person, why am I going to shoot you? Dude, I have you on video pointing the gun at me. You
Let
are
me-
fucked.
Let me ask you this. If it was Steve Bannon pointing the gun at you, what would you do?
I would have performed a citizen's arrest and held him there until the police came and got him and put his ass in jail. So
Yo.
Well,
he
he
can go
is,
to his
he is
goddamn
under
trial.
indictment right now.
He needs to
Steve-
be. Look, if you are involved in any way, shape, or form with what happened on January 6th, you are a traitor, you are an enemy of the state, and you deserve to rot in Guantanamo. I don't give a shit.
I don't even
Whoa.
disagree. I never.
Got a sore subject.
I don't
for
know.
Joe
And I don't
Bob.
care. If
Surprising.
it's Trump, lock
Surprising.
his fucking ass up.
Well,
If
you
it's
know-
somebody else, lock them up. All of them.
Well,
Turn
look,
your back and attack America.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Steve Bannon has been indicted. Who's to blame?
he's to blame. You can't ignore a subpoena and then just go, "Oh, it'll be fine." No, those days are over.
I'll tell you.
You don't
who's
think
blame.
that the Democrats are just going way too far? And
I don't think they're going hard enough.
No, the problem is
Those
that,
people are enemies of the state.
But he has executive privilege. Like,
no, he doesn't.
Who has executive privilege outside
Steve
of the president?
Bannon.
No, he does
For
not.
what?
That's what he's asserting.
No,
Oh, he can
does
assert.
not.
I have executive privilege. I'm no longer doing this podcast. That's all he's doing. He's nobody.
For a split second, I thought you were
He
serious.
is a nobody. He's got nothing.
Well, I wouldn't say he's got nothing. He's got a legion of fans.
Oh, so does Joe
And-
Rogan.
And millions of dollars.
Oh, so does Joe Rogan. Nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He's a traitorous blue snake in the
Y'all,
grass fucking
this-
son of a bitch. Let him go in there.
I-
And if
I
you
don't
did nothing wrong, Steve Bannon,
But-
what are you hiding from?
Look, it's the first indictment that they've dished out since the 80s. Y'all.
God, I love
I
this
don't-
guy.
I know, he's so good. I can't even like argue. I'm like, tell him. All right.
You have to understand, she thought this was gonna go way different.
I know.
No, we talked last week. We
I'm
were at a
supposed
show.
to think against it. The whole reason I'm like this is because I love America that much.
I just didn't know I'd see so much passion.
I mean,
I'm talking
America's
about
all
stuff
right.
that actually gets me going.
America's all right.
America, I love
Pretty
it
good.
that much.
Pretty good.
If you attack it, I hate you with a
Do
passion.
you feel Steve Bannon attacked America?
I
No.
want it. If he didn't do anything wrong, why are you running? And if you did, then yeah, fuck you. You're going out. You're getting out. If you didn't, then I'm sorry.
Well,
But you ought to walk up there and take you down in court
I
and
think-
either clear your name or face the goddamn consequences.
So he turned himself in, or was going to turn himself in,
After an indictment, pussy.
And then-
he's guilty.
and then like I'm listening today on my girl Randy Rhodes show, and she is playing all of his podcasts of him being like, "Oh my God, he's so
Well, let's-
complicit with this."
He might be worried he might get Hillary too.
Let's,
So
I'll tell you what. Let's.
we don't know who actually was the orchestrator.
Well, you
But
shouldn't have
we
been
know-
fucking around with those
but that's
people.
We
not
know
why-
who they're pointing at.
But that's not
But-
why he's indicted. Let's stick with why he's indicted. He's indicted because he was subpoenaed by Congress and he openly ignored it. He acknowledged his subpoena and said, fuck you to our laws, and
Oh.
so that's why he's.
If you
They
get
wanted to
subpoenaed by
talk to him
Congress,
about
are you
his
showing
role
up?
in September,
Yeah.
in January 6th.
You showing up if Congress subpoenas you?
Well, because if I don't show up to even see a traffic court judge when he tells me to, I
Thank
go
you.
to jail, and
Thank
you're not
you.
any better. But
I
he's
would-
If
used
you
to-
get a local subpoena, bitch, your ass
but
better
he's
show up.
used to the Trump days
What are you
when all
doing?
he had to do was be the right friend
Yeah.
of somebody, and the laws don't matter to you.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, not anymore, Jack. We're back to regular. We're back to
Again,
the regular
if you're
rules.
gonna be a celebrity and pop your mouth off, you better be ready for what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you are the reason that people jumped in there, I want you and every one of them people that came in that door that they got on security camera sitting in the same cell.
What's disturbing to me is that at least 202 members of Congress did not vote to indict this motherfucker.
What's disturbing to me is that 100% of everybody is not pissed off and trying to find out who the fuck it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because we're back to the teams again. You know.
Yeah.
You can't root for the other team.
That's
even if
why
they're
you got to
right.
be Team America. If you're Team America, then you want the best for everybody.
Well, you know what it is? You ever watch football with a guy who can never acknowledge a good play by the team they're playing against? You know what I mean? Like, I've
It's
known
always
guys like,
because our defense did do good.
yeah, we
or our
messed up.
offense
It's
was
not
off.
because Tom
Yeah.
Brady threw
Oh,
a
if he'd have
60-yard
caught that,
pass.
if he'd have caught that, oh, it would have been over for you
Y'all-
guys.
y'all
I
are-
respect the guy
Y'all
who
are
goes,
losing me with
"That's
the
a good
sports.
plan."
Oh, it's a sports analogy.
If we're talking about sports, it has
Don't
to be about the
mansplain.
racism or
She'll go
sexism in the
crazy.
sports world, or I can't.
Oh no, it is sexism. It's
Oh, okay, go on.
sexism. It falls along the same thing of never being able to acknowledge the quality play of someone else. The only reason that they did good is because my team didn't. It's not
Toxic.
that your team's
Some
good.
toxic shit,
100%.
right?
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely
100%.
toxic. It's that toxic
Yeah.
masculinity.
It's not that Tom
That's real.
Brady or
That's real
LeBron
shit.
James are like gods and have gifts given from the divinities above. It's because that particular cornerback on your shitty team sucks. But
You know
no,
what it is?
that time the sun was in his eyes and it was reflection.
I've told you the secret behind this before. Every man has a high school coach in the back of his head going, "What are you, a fag?" All the time. All the
You
time.
know what, Terry? I don't think Paul Rudd.
for the girl.
I don't think that Paul Rudd has that guy in his head.
Oh,
Oh, no, he does.
No,
he
he
just,
doesn't.
he
No.
beat it.
No,
He
no,
beat
no.
it. That's the trick, is
Guys,
to beat the guy.
Like, we all saw this week. Paul Rudd was named people's sexiest man alive.
About time.
Who's to blame?
Nobody.
People-
I'm blaming anybody who didn't vote for his sexy ass.
He's
What is-
Ant-Man, for
this
God's
is
sake.
He's in the
What
Marvel
is safe
universe.
space tonight?
He's
I
never
love it.
been ugly at all. He's played good guys and assholes, and in his interviews, he's always a sweetheart. How can you not just love the guy?
And he hasn't
And
aged
that-
in like 45
but
years.
Sexy ain't based on the outside appearance 100%. You got to have that whole thing going on.
You
So,
think
Like
he's
there's
like
some hot
a
bitches.
well-rounded?
I
There's some
defy
hot
you.
women walking around right here, and they ain't got a thought in their head. Their
I
heart's all
defy-
black and
Other
they hate
than my
Christmas.
eyelashes, right?
I defy
Exactly.
anybody watching this. Go back and watch Clueless from the mid-90s. He looks exactly the same.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He's
he
not
made a deal
changed.
with the devil, so you know that was going to happen at some point.
He got vampire blood.
Paul Rudd could always get it, even
He's
in
got faith, man. I'll
Clueless.
give it to him.
You know, Claire chose him, and that was her brother. She put it all on the line over Paul Rudd.
Stepbrother.
It's
That's
just,
basically a whole genre of porn now.
and it probably started with Clueless. Am
It's
I
it.
lying?
It's it.
Like those looks, Paul Rudd just has those ageless looks, and
Those classic lines.
no pushback. I think there are people
Why
out
would I
there,
get pushback?
but there's people that would get pushback because he's not like your conventionally sexiest man. You
No,
know,
he is.
He's
He's
not-
got a fucking jawline.
He's ripped like Jesus.
like sexiest man would be like the dude from Bridgerton.
Oh, I saw him host Saturday
Well,
Night Live, and
Idris
he has
Elba
nothing
was
going on
last year.
upstairs
Probably not.
at all.
Idris Elba was last year.
I've
my
seen
God.
Edris host Saturday
He
Night
got
Live.
stuff going on
He-
up there.
I've also seen Paul Rudd host Saturday Night Live, and he's got shit going on.
Yeah.
Like there's characters.
You know what else
substance
about
to that
Paul
guy.
Rudd? He's very like philanthropic. Yes, he raises money.
Means he's got more money than he knows what to do with, and I'm still broke. Fuck you, Paul Rudd. Not a one sexiest man.
Oh,
He
look at
turned
that.
on you quick.
Look at how quick he turned.
Bring
I
that
know.
money.
He got a money problem, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't got enough of it. Paul Rudd's got plenty to spare, apparently.
All right.
I just wonder if Paul Rudd's fans would be disappointed if they knew exactly how Jewish he really was.
All right, guys. Let's.
In his words, he says, somebody asked him, "Are you a practicing Jew?" And he goes, "No, I've perfected it."
Oh wow. Look, don't sleep on the Jewish boys.
I don't. Some people just try to
I
hide
don't
it.
sleep on them, under them, beside them.
I don't really care.
I didn't know Paul Rudd
I
was
don't.
Jewish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, he keeps his secret. I don't care. You can believe in whatever
Yeah.
make-believe friend you have, and it's fine. I don't, whatever helps you sleep at night, I'm fine with it. If it
Oh,
makes
there
you,
is no second name on that.
if it makes you,
Okay.
if
I didn't know.
if it makes you a better person, I am all for it. Whatever it is.
Are you pro-Jew now?
What is that? Spell check?
I've always been pro-Jew.
Jewish.
Said pro-Jew.
I'm sorry, pro-Jewish. I love matzo ball soup. It's great.
I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's like chicken noodle soup.
Now,
with a big
let me
donut.
just say this. JoBob McGinney, that is not a Jewish name. Not a Jewish name.
Not at all.
JoBob, welcome to the Blamegirl Podcast. This is what you get. You get a lot of blaming. Me and Terry talk a lot of shit.
I like
to each other.
blaming people. It's fun.
It is.
It's never my fault.
It's like being married.
Well, the only thing I remember anytime when I was a kid, I was pointing fingers at other people. And my teacher said, every time you point your finger at somebody, there's three of them pointing back at you. So make sure that you're strong before you point your finger at somebody else.
A lot of hillbilly wisdom coming into the Blamegirl Podcast
I
this
mean,
week.
hillbilly
That
ghetto
no,
with fist
no.
fight. I'm a redneck. I ain't no hillbilly.
I
Oh,
was
I'm a
like,
hillbilly, actually.
okay.
I'm from
All
Tennessee.
right.
I don't even
All right,
know.
We're all in the Smoky Mountains.
You got all your teeth in them.
They're fake.
Oh, there you go.
Half.
I'm gonna just let these white guys do that. Go on. Okay, no. But JoBob, so you're a comedian. How
Yep.
long have you been doing comedy?
5.5 years now. I think I'm coming on my 6th year.
What was your motivation? Like, what got you into it?
My ex-wife thought I was funny, and one day we was at a spot where they had a mic, and she's like, "Got to go up there and tell some jokes." I said, "Okay." I'd never done it before. Went up, told some jokes. It was funny, and then they hired me to host the show. The rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't seem to have a whole lot of fear in you.
No, I ain't scared of nothing.
He ain't scared.
No, I ain't.
Have you never met JoBob, Terry?
No, we've met a couple of times. We're
Yeah,
all
we did
live
a
friends.
show. We did a couple shows for Dan Long and what was it, Delray? I think.
Oh,
I think that was the first time we met.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that?
That's what that is.
Yep.
See,
Brick shit
Brickell,
ass
y'all,
walking.
Brickell. All right, JoBob.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your motivation? Was your ex-wife said, "Get up
My
there,
motivation.
never look back."
Never looked. My ex-wife. The irony is, my ex-wife talked me into going the first time. I was kind of secretly wanting to do it. I got up, I had a blast, and then comedy is the reason I have an ex-wife.
That's usually how it works.
Do you feel like talking about that? I was wondering.
I got funny and good at comedy and was out at bars every night, and she was like, "Fuck that, you're fucking around." I'm like, "Well, honey, you can come listen to jokes." I've heard your joke.
Oh,
Well, then I
I've
don't know what
heard
to tell you.
this. I've heard this. They say that when you do comedy, your spouse always thinks you're out fucking, but you're not.
Well, there's got to be something to it because I
Well-
started comedy when I was married and I am not currently married.
Let me just
so-
say this.
I know in my particular situation,
The
it was
dick
a
ain't
little
keeping
bit
me out here doing comedy. It's not the dick, okay? It's fucking, yeah.
It's something
the
way more
passion.
important.
It's the passion.
It's called validation, and it's the thing we're all looking for.
It's the passion. It's the passion. See, Terry got to put a little negative spin on it.
It's not a
Well, I
negative.
mean,
it's the
I
truth.
blame comedy, but in reality, my ex-wife was a beautiful woman from a Spanish-speaking country. I fell in love with her. I was supposed to learn to speak Spanish with her. We got married. She got her papers, and then ironically, I had to leave. So I don't blame comedy.
It sounds so familiar. Just change it to German instead of.
Yeah, Terry's ex-wife was a German woman. That's funny. Okay.
Married her to keep her in the country. Yeah.
I didn't know she didn't have
I
papers.
mean, I'll get somebody a green card, but you got to pay on these bills. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even get that.
Oh, no.
No, I did get that a little bit.
I got none of that.
You do.
Oh, my ex, her whole family was loaded.
No, I didn't do it right. I think I broke it.
When I
I
divorced,
actually fell in love with her. That was my problem.
when I divorced her, I walked away from like $23 million.
I was about to call you a gold digger, but you said
No.
you walked away from
Yeah,
it.
no.
If you were a
It's a
gold
gold-
digger, you
it's
would
a
have
gold-
No,
fucked
I
that
should
shit out.
say no.
Yeah,
You're a
gold
gold
quitter.
Yeah, I'm a gold quitter.
All right.
That's right.
We ain't talking about Terry and this gold quitting ass. JoBob, what has been your proudest moment doing comedy?
I don't know.
Took a long pause on that
I
one.
know, and then he said, I don't know.
I mean, I don't.
There's got to have been a moment where you were like, oh my God, I can't.
What comes to mind, just right off the dome?
It's when somebody recognizes me.
But not at a show.
Oh, not at a show.
Do you dress like this not at shows too?
I think he just dresses like this.
Oh, I thought this.
I don't think this is a persona. This is more like
South Florida. What
Is
the
that-
hell am I gonna wear sleeves for?
this is a culture.
Excuse me, I apologize. I
You
was-
ready for
no,
action?
no
You're from
shade, no
Texas.
shade.
Why don't you know this?
I can't see you dressing like this in Texas.
Well, I mean, if I'm at home, I got them naked. So, and I don't leave my house very often. So when I do, I at least
Don't
make sure to put on a collared shirt so it's at least nice.
I call it.
Don't picture that because I just did, and
Oh, everyone can't be as smoking as Terry Wade here.
oh, only here. The rest of this is a real bag of garbage. All of it.
Yeah, I guess that would be the most
Yeah.
the thing that was my proudest moment was when I got recognized for being a comedian away from a comedy show.
Yeah.
Because if anybody tells you that their greatest comedian, their greatest moment is their last show, or you're not driven enough. The show I did Friday night, I had a couple of applause breaks too. I need my fix tonight, so I'm
Where
over.
were you at Friday?
I was in Hollywood, Florida, at Everest Lounge, doing a show with Fat and Funny and F&O Productions.
Oh wow, that's a good show to be on. Like,
yeah.
oh my God, those guys are
Yeah,
doing great
I'm a
productions.
resident comedian with them, man.
I tried to get Fat and Funny on the podcast. I
They bring
can't
you
get a
back home.
response. Maybe the man should reach out. Maybe the man.
Man,
Yeah. Maybe
to Fat and Funny.
yeah. All right. So JoBob, you're unsure about the proudest moments other than you stepping out and being recognized off stage. What has been your biggest challenge doing comedy?
Being a redneck.
Yeah.
Do you
it does
want to
kinda hurt you a
elaborate
little.
on that?
Well, the show that we were just talking about on Friday is what's classified as an urban show. And the people who, like at tonight, have never seen me do shows other than here, cannot picture JoBob at an urban show, much less being a regular at an urban show. People just don't want to give me a shot. They see me and they're like, who's this guy? What is, no. Villain Theater, the place you was at, they won't book me based on principle. They assume that I'm going to be offensive
You
and
are a
disagree.
perfect fit for villain.
I know.
I don't know who's booking at villain these days.
Because they look at their prejudice and look at this outside appearance and make their opinion.
you
about
hear
what
this
I'm
They're
gonna
man's
do.
making
blames?
presumptions about you based on the way you look. That's bigotry.
They've never heard a joke I tell. They've never met me in person. Manny. Give me give me a couple of minutes.
Sorry, we had to do a little.
They just putting you on the
See
clock
what happens
like
when
that.
you're the man?
They just put you
White
on the
privilege. That right there is white privilege.
clock.
Okay?
They just put
I
him
don't
on the
know,
clock.
that's
They
so
like,
great.
yo, someone got tickets. JoBob is on the show tonight. He is not.
I'm a foreman tonight. I'm not running nothing.
He's not running. All right. So, have you been traveling? Have you been out of Florida? You've been doing it for
Out of
5
Florida,
years.
no.
Have you been anywhere else in Florida?
Furthest north is Orlando.
How's that?
Oh, it's amazing. I've been to Orlando three times.
I've heard good things about Orlando.
Did the improv up there. I did Cape Coral. I did Tampa, Naples, Fort Lauderdale. I've done everything from Orlando south. hitting improv back and forth, comedy clubs here and there. Just here in Florida, though. Nobody's invited me to go out of town yet.
I'll take you out of town. I was just in Atlanta. I was doing an urban.
Bitch, you gotta take me out of town first. Shut
I
up.
offered for you to come. You said no.
I was an afterthought, and that was for your Worst Ones podcast.
Yes.
Terry has another podcast with Preacher's Kids
Yeah.
that does
Preacher.
way better than this podcast. But
I know. But no, I agree with what
Well,
you said
since
because
you brought it up, I would like to take a moment to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
you seem like
But
you could be a
it's
preacher's kid.
so funny that we already agree on the urban room situation because as soon as I walk into a room like that, I always start out with the same thing, which is like, you know, I know a lot of white comedians who walk onto the stage and feel intimidated, but I ain't fucking scared of y'all, you know? And it always gets a laugh because it's cutting that tension that we all know is there, you know? Like, I literally stood on stage and counted the white people in that room, which was two, by
But
the
I
way.
don't think JoBob is saying that like his challenge is urban rooms. I think he's saying that his challenge is just being judged by his
Well,
appearance.
that's what I'm saying.
No, it
He's
ain't even the
challenging the preconceived notion.
I've never had an audience not fuck with me at a show. I always have an audience mess with me. They always enjoy me. It's the people who book the show that don't give me the credit of the fight.
Well, look, in their defense, though, okay, people are not very open-minded these days.
In their
But,
defense,
well, hang on, they're
They
not
are
very
buttholes.
open. They're not very open-minded these
because I'll
days.
send you video.
But you are putting out a very blue-collar comedy tour vibe. You know what I mean?
No, I'm putting out a JoBob vibe. They're
Oh.
redneck. I'm
I mean
redneck.
to strangers.
Well, then they need to broaden their horizons, don't they?
You know,
Yes, they should.
I do agree with that. But I know what Terry's saying. Some people have, it's not a prejudice against rednecks, it's a prejudice against what they think are like characters.
Well, yeah,
right?
it's just our preconceived notion
Yeah.
of what somebody's gonna do.
But the real truth of the matter is that there is a market for characters.
But I ain't a character. I'm just me.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you
I'm
are.
just me. I don't.
But that's probably what the perception is for maybe bookers.
Well, if that's the perception, then you got to. I'll take you back to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, where the character of the show turned out to be the highest selling comedian in all of.
That's true.
And I was gonna point out with the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, or not even Blue Collar, but I know there's a particular comedian that is a redneck-ish type guy. Started in Florida, didn't get a shot because someone didn't like the character.
Well, but I know what you're talking about, but he is actually doing a character. That's the thing.
No, he is.
Larry the Cable
He
Guy.
is doing
He
it.
doesn't even
Yeah.
talk like that. It's a
Yeah.
character. He
No,
does
I
on
know
stage.
he's doing a character, but I know that it is a challenge for many comedians that also do characters or maybe are perceived as doing characters to excel in comedy.
I'll admit it. The first time I met this dude at that show in Delray, I was like, "Oh, he's doing a character." Nope. I had to learn.
I never met him out of character. I don't know.
JoBob McGinney.
It's not a character. This is him.
Yep.
So,
But
Joe-
you know what you look like. So
Yeah,
yeah, how
weird.
mad can you be at them?
Jesus,
You know what I
Terry.
mean?
So, JoBob, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from a little town called Broken Arrow, outside of Tulsa in Oklahoma.
Great name.
Okay, that makes this
Great
look,
name for a town.
this fashion look like.
My
It makes
first
a
job
lot
was
more.
on a ranch. Like, I'm a legit cowboy.
Yeah.
That's why I wear Wranglers, dress the way I dress. Well,
That's why you got so mad when I said hillbilly. I don't know if you know this, but there's racism from white to white. Like I'm not
We
even
hate
I'm not
them
even kidding.
too.
The hillbillies don't like the cowboys, and the cowboys and rednecks really hate the hillbillies.
That white supremacy one.
It's Hatfields and
Okay.
McCoys is what it is.
Yep.
Okay, so JoBob, what brought you to Florida and how long have you been here? And did you start comedy?
I started comedy in Florida. I've been in Florida for 8 or 9 years, about 10 years now, I think. I was chasing a girl who wanted to move from Florida, and she said, "Let's go." And I said, "All right." We moved. We got here, and she said, "I don't like it. I'm leaving." And I said, "Well, I'm gonna miss you."
This wasn't your wife.
That was my first ex-wife.
Got it.
I can't wait till I have another ex-wife.
Oh,
What?
I said I can't wait to have my second ex-wife.
trying to pick out my third right now. Trying to get me one of them baby mamas. I don't know where you find him.
Oh no, I'm just cruising high schools. I'm gonna find it.
I think I'm past baby mama age, so.
What
Okay.
else you want to know?
Yourself.
I know. What'd you say?
I said believe in yourself.
No,
Good Lord, woman, I gotta
I'm still fertile, but I just don't want kids. Okay. How? Okay. What is your day job? I heard you mention that you don't have one.
I do health insurance for Florida during the day.
That
Oh,
is
yeah?
not what I thought was gonna come out of your face. I'm just being
Florida
honest.
blue.
That was like the last. You might as well have just said, "I'm a banker." You know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm a
What am I?
professional.
I work at Chase. Yeah.
Insurance salesman never would have get.
And the weird thing is, I work from home, and I already told y'all I'm naked at home all the time. So, yeah.
Like
hope
I
your Zoom
gotta
camera's on.
say, I can't help but check out the girls too. Out
Yeah.
there. I don't know, they're really hot.
Well, there's some real smoke shows walking around. that's for
Miami's
sure.
unreal. Okay, I feel
Why do you
ugly
think I've
here.
stuck around this long? But you miss Oklahoma? Fuck no.
All right,
Have you seen the women in Oklahoma? I have.
Seen the women on this block alone.
do you
Oklahoma.
have any what else do you have going on? Do you do any podcasts? I know that I've seen some really funny TikToks from you.
TikTok. I don't do podcasts. I host a show every
You do
Wednesday at Casa Tiki. It's free show, open bar for the ladies, for ladies' night
Here in Miami?
here in Miami, down in Little Havana.
If I decide to identify as a lady,
I've
when I
been
come
to
there,
I'll be on your team.
let me
Can I
just
get
say
drinks?
I've been to Casa Tiki and I had a lot of fun. I did.
My favorite thing to do is drink beers and tell jokes. That's what I do.
I don't hate it.
Follow me on all social media, JoBob, just like it sounds, JoBob McGinney. You'll find me. You have another question you want to ask me?
I
Do you? Okay.
No, I just feel like I want to get into a real like sling blade situation where you're like, I like the way you talk, and I'm like, I like the way you talk.
No.
No? All
You
right.
don't even talk country very well.
Oh, it's making me want to bring
You
out my
talk-
southern
You
accent.
talk like me, like a white girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I can turn this right back on like a switch. When I go home, if I'm there for a day, yeah, it comes back.
Well, I've never heard it, and I've known you over a year, so I'm just saying. All right, JoBob, do you have anything you'd like to promote other than your room that you host on Wednesday night? Do you have any shows coming up, or?
Come follow me. You want to know what I'm doing? Follow me.
Get some insurance from him.
Give
too while
them
you're
all
at it.
your socials. One more
All
time.
my socials, you find me at JoBob McGinney, JoBob, on all of them. Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter,
TikTok,
TikTok,
YouTube, Twitter,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. It's I'm actually running a discount on OnlyFans. I'm dropping down to $79.99 a month for the next 30 days. Otherwise,
Why not $69.99?
Well, it jumps back up to $69.99 after
You
this
know
month.
he's
So you
making
want to
it
sign
home
up
all the
first.
time. It might be worth it.
Yeah, you
Just
get to
saying.
watch me walk around my house naked all the time.
All right, are you, JoBob? Are you ready to play the blame game?
Ready to go piss.
Well, you gotta wait because it's time to play the
All
blame
right,
game.
what we doing?
Rednecks or bad drivers? Who's to blame?
Who
City
said
people.
that? Who
City
said
people
that?
are to blame.
Who said
City
rednecks are
folk.
bad drivers?
City folks are to blame. When I
Oh, these
was
motherfucking rednecks.
when I was
That's
6
just
years
you.
old, I was going fishing with my daddy every weekend. Just me and him, we had a boat, back it down, pull it up, back it down, pull it up. He taught me how to back the boat down, pull the truck up, go park it, then back it down, put the boat on, pull the truck up, and we go home. We've done that every weekend for 6 months. All right. One day that truck died and it rolled back in that water, and I totaled that truck. And on that day, as a 6-year-old child, I was better than every driver in Miami currently. Yeah, shit.
Nah,
That is absolutely correct.
there's
I
all
don't know
these
where you're getting
motherfucking
these.
rednecks
No.
on this motherfucking
Just
highway. They
because
bad drivers.
You do a joke
They're
about
bad
it doesn't
drivers.
make it real.
No, I am from
First off,
Texas.
there's only
They're
one
bad.
redneck driving in Miami, and he's always in the back of
Let
the
me just
Uber
say this.
because he's drunk.
No, JoBob, what kind of car do you drive? I bet it's not even a big ass truck.
I drive Uber. I drink everywhere I go. I ain't getting a DUI.
What kind of car do you have? You don't have a
I got a
ride?
Honda Accord if I need to
I
go
knew
somewhere.
it. I knew it was a foreign.
You know why? Because I can fill it up with a tank of gas and get to the border.
and it's
Reasonable guy.
it's a good
It's a
solidly
hurricane
built,
outrunner. That's all it is. It is not to go nowhere in, but get the fuck out of Dodge.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Thank you so much. You've been awesome. Terry Wayne. Oh, I thought you were giving me
I'm
5.
telling people watching, I love you.
Terry
I'm
Wayne.
sure they love you.
That's also the saving symbol, but it's okay.
No, it's not.
That's what they told me in
What?
grade school. Anyway, Terry.
This is Satan or
Oh,
Longhorns.
okay.
And this is I love you.
Yeah, this is I love you in sign language.
Thank you for mansplaining. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no,
That's not mansplaining.
No, he told me right.
It's just
Okay.
educating.
Are you guys ready for Terry Wayne's words for white people?
It's so funny we haven't had this conversation. By the way, I love this fucking guy. I think we're gonna be best friends.
We're gonna make out after the show.
I might. Go trim your whiskers. You got a chance. You got a shot. I love the fact that we had this conversation because the words for white people is all about perception this week. Because when we go to our perceptions, and you can't figure somebody out, instead of trying to get to know them or instead of trying to hear their point or understand them, we always end up falling to our assumptions. And assumptions are terrible. They hurt other people. They hurt you mainly because you're going to be missing out on a lot of things in life that are great and cool and awesome, and you're going to miss all of it because you're naturally assuming one thing or the other. You have to go through life with a little bit of wonderment and just say, you know what? I'm afraid that it might be this way, but I'm still going to try, and I'm still going to be open, and I'm still going to just try to experience this with an open mind and clear eyes. And you know what? It'll surprise you a lot. People will surprise you. Life will surprise you a lot if you will just keep your mind open and try not to assume you know somebody before you even know them. And that problem is so prolific these days, where especially when it comes, because everything's political now. So if you see somebody wearing a MAGA hat, you automatically assume, Gio, that you know exactly what this person is all about, and you probably don't. So just try to keep your mind open out there. It's real tough times in these streets, and there's a lot of hate going around. So just try to keep your mind open. And you know what? People might just surprise you. Because I know you all were surprised by JoBob.
All right. Guys, it's
Great
been
show.
fun. We're ending a little early. We do have a show to get to.
Got to do some
Redbar.
jokes.
Until next week, Terry, you got anything else this week?
Come out and check Gio, Sita, and Mark Christopher down at Villain Theater. We're going to be doing a Wizard of Oz show this week. So it'll
Saturday
be
night,
all 4 of us on Saturday.
back in Miami.
8 p.m. back down here in Miami where all the hotties live.
And on Thursday night, I'm at the turkey contest in the West Palm Beach Improv
I will be there supporting.
because I need it. Guys, come out, say my name, Blamegirl.
I will not be performing because I don't do contests.
I want to win. So come out,
Good.
support us.
I'll just buy you a turkey.
Meet
How about
Terry, talk some shit to him.
Good.
Oh, look, Kevin Benoit, remember that guy?
Yeah.
He's hosting tonight.
Podcast. What's up?
He's hosting tonight. Who's on the show tonight, Kevin?
I got Chris Redbar, these 2 wonderful people.
It's true.
Cindy and Poisson.
I love
I
Cindy.
have Harley Daggett. JoBob McGinney. who's
Fucking
on your
solid.
podcast.
Yep.
Solid show.
So a great lineup, and we're
Great
gonna have a couple
lineup.
of guests come in. People drop in. If you're in the Miami area, which I assume most of your fan base is, swing by for a good fucking time.
Yeah, I'll buy you a beer. Till
Yeah,
next
go
week,
buy your
people.
beer.
Yeah.